Friday, everyone. Hope everybody had a good week. We're ready for the weekend, whether it is your Friday or maybe it's your Monday. I hope you have a great weekend. Boy, I think we got a good show for you tonight. Hopefully, we'll get the crew together. Everybody will be on. But if not, you can see right there, we have a collab that's going on next Friday on this very show. And it is never ending poppers. You can see it's a live cook between myself and Lee over at Smoking Bears. I think we're going to have a blast with it. And the rules are we have 1 hour to cook poppers for you guys. Now, it's not a competition between Lee and I, but the competition resides with you guys, the audience. And how it works is every time you have to keep track of every time Lee and I say Uncle Steve Shake because Uncle Steve, as you can see, is sponsoring this. And the winner, the person who can tell us how many times in that 1 hour we mention Uncle Steve Shake, you win a gift pack from Uncle Steve. Can't go wrong with that, right? Wish I had a clapper. Yay. So, anyhow, yeah, Uncle Steve was gracious enough to sponsor this for us. Said next week, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern. Should be 6 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be Lee and I think Mike, Ketorific Journey, Tom, the Keto Cook, is going to be on there. Most likely Grumpus is going to be on with us. And we're just going to have a good time hanging out, doing some live cooking. And we want to do more live cooking on this show. I know I do. So that's where we're headed. We ain't stopping because the fall's here and it's getting colder. We are going to continue on and have a great time. All right, I'm going to stop sharing that. And yeah, here we are. The old Duderino cave, I guess. I don't know what you call it. My patio. What'd you guys all do this week? Sorry, got a fly buzzing around. Did you guys do any cooks over the week? Go out, eat somewhere, meet somebody, have a good time, fall in love, anything fun like that? Me, I worked and I did some cooking out here on the Weber kettle, which I'll be using next week to do my cook. And this weekend, I'll be using the Weber kettle for another cook. And also, I'm making another something for my tailgating series that I got going on. I did not release a video this week. Actually, I did, and I screwed up. It came out at midnight, and when I got up at 7:30 this morning, it had 2 views. I'm like, yeah, forget that. So I marked it as private, and I'll re-release it next week because it is all about poppers, and I think it would be just more fitting to have it kick off tomorrow, or I mean next Friday. Sorry. Now Lee, this Sunday on his show, kicks off the actual collab. And I'm not sure what he's doing on his show. I think he's doing poppers. So that'd be kind of cool to see what he does. Got one viewer. I appreciate you stopping by. Had two there for a moment. Not sure what we got going on, what you guys got going on tonight, but the link's out there if you want to join. Come by, say hi. Either that or you can just listen to me talk away. Said I'm not sure if Mike or, oh, boy. I don't know. I just don't know. It's Keto Tom. Tom Keto. Yay!
What's
How are you?
happening, Mike? How you doing?
I'm good. It's
Put my
Friday.
ears on.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Tom.
Thank you. How you doing? Okay.
I'm good. Did you did I show you let's see. Did I show you this already?
I don't think so.
Boom. See that?
Nice.
Did it come up? Right there. There it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, that looks great.
You know who made that? Steven did. Our island brother from Trinidad.
Oh, cool.
He made that. And he's an amazing. I love how it's got me with my long hair.
That's cool as
Lee
hell.
with his long beard, you know. Oh, he did a great job. Amazing job.
Awesome.
Such a nice guy. All you have to do is ask him, and man, he does it. So
yeah, he's a good guy. He's a great
yes, he is.
supporter for people. And
Yep.
unbelievable. I tell you, I'm wore the hell out.
Yeah, you and Mike. Tell us
Keto,
about that.
me and Keto Mike, man, we've been going at it left and we had a great time. Obviously, I'm an amateur at doing lives. With my
I thought your beginning was great, where he's in another room,
but Mike,
and I honestly thought, what's that?
I couldn't get the audio right, so the whole
Oh,
thing was.
oh, I should have sent you my dual audios down for you. I was thinking about that as I was watching it. Gosh dang it! If I'd have thought about it a week ago, I'd have sent Tom my dual audio kit where
Well,
he's got one and Tom's got one. But
what happened was, I ordered another camera like I have right now. You see that I have right here. Okay, it's a cheap Logitech 720. You know what I mean? So I wanted to keep it right. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to take it and be able to switch off and on for another camera, shut everything off, and just have one mic.
Gotcha.
Okay, I couldn't do it, and I didn't. My man, that's my man right there, bearded Italian. Brian's a good guy.
Yep. Yes, he is.
So it was a comedy of errors what happened to me on Wednesday. Okay, I wake up early Wednesday morning. Okay, go in, take a shower, and I hear my wife talking. Who the hell are you talking to? Right? I open the door and there's a plumber here because we had some drain issues.
Oh no!
Yeah, with the people upstairs and then down. So this guy's walking around my kitchen with this beeper thing, and he's talking on the phone. Yeah, I find it right here, this and that. I said, whoa, what are you doing? He said, well, there is a clog in the system. That's why every once in a while you hear like I can hear the lady upstairs runs the kitchen water. I can hear it gurgling in my drain.
Oh,
so it's all connected. So I mean, long story short was they got a jackhammer up my kitchen floor.
No way!
Go down 5 feet to make the patch. I said, you ain't doing that today. I get company coming. And then on top of it, I have Verizon for my phone. Okay. Well, what I did was I changed cards with it. Okay, for automatic. Well, they charge both cards.
Oh no!
So I'm on the phone with Rose from Indonesia. Correct. Anyway, so now I have to pick Mike up. Okay, I was going to pick him up at 12 o'clock. All right. Google, I'm in the car. I know where the place is, but I'm trying to find the best route to go, get on, whatever.
Yeah.
Instead of going up on the interstate. Well, Google sends me to another place. It was construction. They just started to set up for construction.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. That's so funny.
Yeah, bumper to bumper. I said, oh, forget. I mean, it's just one thing after the other. But me and Mike, we got together, and I tell you what, we had a great time.
Looked like it.
And we ate last night. We chatted until I guess maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night here. And then I said, come on, I'll take you back. And no, I'll get an Uber. Oh, no, you're not going to get an Uber. Uber from here to the strip is like $60, $75.
No way. Yeah.
And so I said, no, you ain't going to do that. No whatsoever. So then I said, hey, listen, maybe we'll get together tomorrow. And Mike, this is the first time I've been up and moving. I mean, as far as doing something. Okay. Well, I took them back home and I took them, showed them all around with, Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium for the Raiders on the outside of the building is probably, I don't know how, I mean, it's just the size of the side of the stadium TV.
Oh, gee.
So when they have touchdowns or whatever like that, they'll put it up on there. Okay. Not like having an accident, on I-15 watching a football game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we went that way. I took them back, and we went today. We went out for lunch.
Okay.
So the place I always go to, anybody that comes out, me and Mark Kratz, I met Mark Kratz at the Bootleggers, and that's where we went. So we had a nice lunch.
Okay. I know where the Bootleggers at. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice afternoon we had, and they're going. Mike won't be up tonight because he is going to Donny Osmond's show.
Oh, right on. Good for him.
Yeah, tonight. So they're going to move around with that, and we had a blast. I mean, it was nice to see him. It's like one of them things. Like you think, you might know him for 100 years. Like that's the. So it was really nice. We had a good time.
That's great, and you actually get to meet that person in person, right?
Yeah.
It just adds a whole other dimension to the relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we talked over different strategies and stuff like that with what we're going on, and I got to tell you, since we started doing these lives and stuff, he jumped up quite a bit as far as subscribers.
Good for him.
Yeah,
That's
he's
very
still
good.
short of watch hours, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy Dutch,
Yeah. Kent was in earlier.
Brian's
Good
here.
seeing him. I'm going to give myself a background.
There you
I
go.
need a background. You know that? I need a virtual background because
So
mine's starting to set.
listening to Grumpus. Okay,
There
I
we go.
think I got it set up, but I got to set it up on my laptop because I can actually go to and switch cameras.
Oh, right on.
Okay, this is what I
That's
wanted to do in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this is on my desktop, but I want to do this on my laptop. But I'm having it's so slow. So what I got to do is I got to go on it and I got to get in there and I got to put a what do you call it? A driver, an external hard drive.
Oh, okay. Got to run it. You got to
put it on there to
load
get
a
some of the
driver.
junk off, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But that's what I wanted
I,
to do as far as with the this way I can
Bill
mount one
West.
camera over the stove and one where I'm cooking. That's why I want to work it that way. So
Yeah. So I did some experimenting yesterday. I have a test that I always have on StreamYard. It just says test. I can go in and out of it. Don't have to recreate another one, any of that. And I did it like Lee does, where I have a camera set up over here, and then I have one set up over my Weber kettle.
mm-hmm.
And it worked good. The only problem is I had to send it to my other account. Now I have, two accounts running, and I don't like that. But in the same sense, yeah, Mike just text.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Mike, not one bit.
Yeah,
So I still got a couple things I got to work out on it. But I mean, worst case scenarios, that's what I got to do. I got to figure out how to make you an administrator on this, because if I understand the administrator correctly, you can change things as well on the show. You can go in and do things.
Mike, I don't know if I'm getting old or whatever, but I tell you what, short-term memory is like freaking crazy. I tell my wife, "Where's my wallet?" She said, "In your back pocket." But
yeah.
there was a way that you can do that. I don't know on as far as StreamYard is concerned, if there is a thing as far as they call it. Hold on a minute, let me look. They call it in other words, I can be a team, like a teammate, part of the team. They have.
I saw a thing for administrator that I could do it and have an administrator with me.
Yeah, I think that was the wording that I had it on there, that you can put it up to to go back and forth with. So now me and Mike were talking. Okay, what we're gonna start doing here, what you're gonna start doing here on Friday nights is I think it's gonna take off. I really do, because you know what? Friday night, a lot of people, I don't want to go out and everything. The only problem I see is that the people don't want to be involved on the East Coast.
Yeah, I might have to back it up to like 6 o'clock. Start live 6 o'clock.
And as far as doing a live cook with some, and start as far as doing a live cook on. See, right now for me, it is 6:13 my time.
Correct. So but it's 9:13 for Lee.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be too bad. But then so we might have to work that out somehow. Or
I thought about that too the other day when I was watching you guys, and it dawned on me. There's a 3-hour difference between Mike and Tom.
Yeah.
So
he walked right in. That was the trick that we had. We were going to break chops with. Well, you want to come here and give me a hand?
That was amazing. I thought he was in the hotel room.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, okay, well, that's too bad he's not at Tom's. But yeah, so I'm thinking about backing it up to 6, and I'll probably start that not this coming weekend because, well, what does the banner say? You know what? The banner doesn't say a time, so I can move it to 6 next week.
Live cook October 8th. I thought it was the 6th, Mike. October 6th.
It is October 6th, but it's 7 o'clock my time, but it doesn't say what time.
Yeah, but you have live cook October 8th. on the banner on the bottom.
Oh gosh.
Live cook October 8th, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Hashtag.
Why did I do that? Well, let's change that, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, that old age is starting to get crappy.
It's
Yeah, and I'm gonna
crazy. I mean, it's
change
crazy.
it to 6. I'm gonna change it to 6 p.m. and I'll inform Lee. So watch this. How about that? That better?
Better. Bingo.
Better. Woo!
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
It's all about the adjustments, right? Little
Yep.
adjustments here and there.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's cool with it. I like it. That's the seal of approval that I need right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I got something funny to tell you. You know Terry Madwood
Yeah.
got a little gift from him. All right. Here's the problem. It's dated December 11th, 2021. Never been opened.
You know
And I
what?
found it today as I was going through stuff. I
I
remember
got.
getting it.
I
I was
got.
going to open it when it gets here.
I got a bunch of stuff that I got. In fact, I might do that tomorrow. I might, once I get things squared away with my computer, I might do a mail call because I got a lot of different stuff that people had sent me. And I got one, Hungry Heath. They do a keto and a carnivore. They go back and forth. A husband and wife, nice people. Okay, we chat back and forth once in a while. But they sent me out his spice. He has a little spice, that he has.
Yeah.
Okay, with some stickers and everything like that. But the envelope was open.
Oh no!
And then it was the envelope that they sent was open, and they mail people put it in a U.S. envelope, U.S. Post Office envelope, and then delivered it. But I was watching, everybody was doing their mail call, and thank you for the spice, and I didn't think nothing of it, so I didn't think they were going to send me anything out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then I got it like 2 or 3 weeks after everybody did
Gotcha.
it. So I don't know.
Yep. Whoa.
Where'd you go?
Woo. Well, anyhow, there it is.
So after
I know what it is.
After I dropped Mike off and Mike and Paige off at the hotel last night, I'm coming back and my phone's beeping like crazy when I'm driving. I just kept, I didn't think about it. But Terry sent me Madwood. He sent me a message and he said, "Tom, I have a question." So I said this morning, I said, "I'm sorry getting back to you. Sorry I didn't get back to you sooner." And then I didn't hear any more from him. So.
Oh,
He's a good guy, Terry.
Terry's he's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I think everybody, that comes on, whether they just stop and say hi for a moment or here for a while, they're all awesome. I love them all.
That's the thing we talked about last night, and that's why I said we have to make it a little bit earlier because as far as what on Friday night or whatever, if we're going to do that cook, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, me and Mike were talking back and forth, and I said, here's the thing. I met so many people, okay, through all you guys and stuff like that. I said, it's family. I said, this was fantastic that we went out, whatever, we came here, come to the house and stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Because he said, even before I started walking with the cane, he said, when we come out there, I'm coming over, whether I bring dinner over or whatever, but we're gonna get together.
Right on.
Yeah, you can't. Your ears should have been burning last night. You and Lee.
I want to say hi to Uncle Steve. What do you think? I already shared this with him, but I love this. I love this thumbnail. I think it's great. The look on Lee's and my face just cracks me up.
Now I'm up and around. I can go out now. I can go out and get 5 more jalapenos, or I have 6.
They've cut them in half. Now you got 12.
Yeah. How's the family doing, dude? All right, everybody okay?
They're doing good. Yeah, everybody's fine. Took the kids for a little walk to. We have a little park. We did that before the show today. Kind of hung out, let them burn off some energy, and kind of did our thing. Had a good time.
Uncle Steve.
So, yeah, looking. Doing a. So, did you hear my thing about my video for today? My video did not come out today. Actually, it did, but it didn't. I released it at midnight by accident.
Oh.
And I woke up this morning at 7:30 and saw that I had 2 views on it, and I'm like, privatized it, and I'll re-release it next week.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
for this popper video, anyways. I was just going to do it a week early, but it works out great.
Yeah.
So,
Trying to get the stuff out. Like, man, I was in bed, actually in bed for a month. I
mhm.
could not move. I could not move anything. I mean, that's how bad this thing was. But what I did was I was able to bring the laptop in to the bedroom with me, and I redid some old videos to put up.
Oh, that's cool.
But I did have some banked into that. But then I started thinking about it. I said, you know what? I want to do more of the live cooks because I think it's a little bit more fun.
I
You
think
know what
where
I
it's at,
mean?
Oh, I agree. You guys had a blast.
Yeah.
You could tell you guys were having so much fun.
But I couldn't get. I never thought about it, dude. And I tell you, that's why. Oh, this oldness that we get into here. I didn't have to have the computer plugged in, and I had it plugged in. It could have ran off the battery, and I could have moved it any way I wanted, and we could have moved the cameras any way we wanted.
Well, you learn, right?
Yeah, exactly. He got in the car with me today when I went to pick him up today. He got in the car with me, and I looked at him. I said, "You can't direct for crap."
Oh, we got Rob in the house. What's happening, Rob?
Said,
Rob's got himself a nice setup. Just saw his setup. Was it yesterday? I think I commented on it. So great. I'm looking forward to next week with Uncle Steve. Going to give us a little gift for the audience.
Yep.
I think we're going to have a blast. I love you guys' idea of doing more live cooks. I think that's where it's at versus watching a couple of old fuddy-duddies sitting here BSing for hours.
Yep.
You
get something out of it too. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. Yep. I got plans to do some live soon. Good for you, Rob. Right on.
Rob's
so,
kicking.
Yeah, he is. So I got to tell you about my first viral video.
Yeah, where'd that stay at?
It is a 411,000 views now. Here's the kicker. It died today. It died at about 2:00 my time today.
Wow.
It literally just fell. Hey, quit my job, found a new one, part-time hour. Good for you, Rob. I like to hear that. That guy, Rob's kicking it on Newsbreak.
I just saw I had two go, not viral, but I had two get up over 10,000. One right now is at 86,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
I put one up the other day because it's coming to the end of the month, okay, and the dollars just sort of clicking around, turning around. So, I look at it this way: if I put a video up and it takes me whatever time it takes me to do that, and if I get $10 out of it, $5 out of it, I'm ahead of the game.
You're ahead of the game, absolutely.
That's a spice or something I could buy to put back into it. I'm not looking to make a ton of money on here or whatever. I probably never will. I'll drop dead, and one of my videos will go through the roof.
That'd be my luck too.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. I just looked at it one day, and the first day it got 19 views, then it got like 109. And then, holy crap, that's 11,000 views that you got in the first day. And at one point, was it yesterday? It got 62,000 views, and today it only got 24. But like I said, 24,000. It just died. That is so funny, dude. What he does, deleted old videos and re-upload. That is so stinking funny that works.
I was changing. I was changing titles.
Yeah.
And then putting the same thing up.
Crazy, huh?
Let's see here. I just put one up tonight too on Newsbreak. See how it's doing right here. Where you at here, partner? Contributor. Come on.
I'm looking at it. My insurance is due in 5 days, and I'm thinking, I can pay my auto insurance this next month.
Yeah. So I got one that I put up. And it was a longer version one.
Hmm.
Okay, and it had 18,000.
Read that.
Um,
Holy crap.
18,000, and I did a one on steak au pois. Okay, it's got
Oh,
50,
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, 86,000 impressions, 56,000 views.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then one I just put up a little while ago, it's got like 51. But you know what? I don't, I don't pressure myself with Newsbreak. I put it up, it goes, it goes.
Yeah.
It definitely gets more views than on YouTube. That's for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was telling, actually, 5 days later. Yeah, I mean,
That is
it,
incredible amount.
yeah, that's crazy. That's, but you know what? If it goes out and it goes out, I have a problem sometimes with switching out titles and stuff like that. I even did that a couple times on YouTube. Change it up a little bit, and shorts just flat out died on me.
Yeah, me
So
too.
400,
4 or 5.
500, where I was before,
Yeah.
I was getting 6,000, 7,000 on them, but they just dropped off like that. So I'll put one up and down here and there. All right, but
Yep.
the long
Same here.
seems like the long
I don't
ones are
know.
doing better.
Yep.
So I got a
Yeah,
question for you.
I'm not going out of my way to make it. Absolutely. I got an answer.
How long are we going to do the poppers for the month of October?
Poppers. The month of October is popper month.
Okay.
But before that, we need to decide what the next month is.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And who volunteers to be a cook. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Somebody, I mean, if you want me and Lee to do it again, I'm sure we can, but
Yeah.
I'm all about sharing the love.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That's
Yep.
that's the whole thing. I'm looking at also.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. I used to make shorts, but really don't try on them at all. Yeah, I'm not a big shorts person anymore. I'll get 4 or 5 subs, and then they'll be gone 3 days later.
Yeah, I do it on a whim. If I really feel strong about it, or if I think it's funny, whatever, or the music I put
Yeah.
to it, go along with it, and then I'll put it up. You know what? They're more hassle than they're worth. Here's the problem. I
Correct.
noticed, dude. I noticed if I take it and I put it up and it don't load within 3 or 4 seconds of uploading, okay, it's not going out. It does.
Ah, interesting.
So what I'll do is I'll take it back down again, put it back
Mhm.
up again, reload it back up again, and you see that little clock. You see
Yeah.
that thing spin around. If that works right off the bat, as soon as you hit upload, you spin that thing around, and it'll go up, and it usually sometimes it does better. But I got to tell you, my other channels, the other channels
who
doing
made
good.
it. Is it?
Yeah,
Look who made it. I have got something for Terry. I
man,
think he's
what's
going to
up?
like. Terry, you missed it. So I'm going through stuff. Hold on. This virtual background is driving me nuts.
You need more light.
I do. There we go. You know what? Just look at my beautiful mug. Terry, you sent this to me December 11th, 2021. Remember this? I just found it. Dude needs a curtain or sheet. Yeah, I hear you. So we're going to open it here for Terry.
Drum roll, please.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I definitely know what it is. Dun, 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 dun. Is there any money in here? I want to make sure there's. Oh my gosh, there's $100 bill in here.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at this. Watch this. Check this out.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Check that out. I love it. Terry, sorry it took me so long to get to it. I literally went MIA, and I'm going through junk today, and sure enough, there it is. So, thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. Better late than never, right? I got one for Dave too.
What the hell is that? I got more bells going off here than
you do. Gosh, what's the story here tonight? What is the story?
Nosy, yeah, nosy, whatever.
So
good
times.
not that we should just put it out, but I'm thinking that get a group together that's going to be involved in this and come up with something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the guys do barbecue and stuff like that. Maybe we should do like an oven thing or something. Something that's not going to take, indoor cooking, one of that type of stuff or something. I don't know.
Be great for the winter,
Yeah.
if you think about it, because that's kind of where I'm headed to at some point is going. I'll have to go in, especially in January for me, when it is just freaking cold. No ovens around here. Yeah, and it
Well,
depends. Like 2 years ago, I had both my heaters in here, and it was sealed off the first year I had this, and it couldn't keep up. It was so stinking cold.
no.
But last year, just one heater did. And it's still in here. It never moved.
Yeah, here in Vegas, it'll go from 100 the next day to 60, and the day after that 40.
Mhm.
Without no explanation with it. Well, today was 88, a high of 88, so it was nice.
Yeah.
I told Mike, I said, I'll be there to get you in a minute. I'm looking for my long johns because it's 88 degrees.
There, griddle. That's cool. I had before I had all this, I was doing a video and I just had this like thing that went over. It was really cool. I liked it, and it died in the snowstorm. But
Yeah.
I couldn't fit any heaters underneath it, so I was doing a cook and I had my Weber kettle behind me, heating things up too. I was doing it on the Cuisinart, but I had the Weber kettle cooking behind me, keeping things warm.
This is the time of the year when it changes like that. This is when I use the electric smoker outside. I'll use that. Summertime, I try to use it all the time because I don't want to heat up the house.
Correct.
So, and I use a little bit of wood in there to smoke, just so I don't kill everybody around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all it takes is one. I tell you, that one old lady would come out. Should I call the fire department? Get inside. I'm smoking meat. You know what I mean?
Remember this?
Yeah.
There he is. Oh, gosh, good times.
Patrick sent me one of the videos. He says, "Aha, Tom." He says, "I see what you're doing. Instead of sending me out the spoons, he said you're buying cutting boards. You're loaded with cutting boards."
That's funny.
Too funny is right.
I'm just fiddling around with the background here. I'm gonna go to none though.
Now see, now my background says, what I have there with the green screen and stuff needs a lot of light. I put a lot of light on. You can't see my face. It looks like it washes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got a light right here. It's got one of those umbrella things around it. And then I got another light back there that I usually use, but I just never quite, I don't know. There's just never quite enough light in here. But I was experimenting last night at about 9:00, and I had this place lit up last night.
Yeah.
Good. Everything looked bright white. We'll see how it works next week.
Yeah, Rob has a nice setup outside.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and so what I do for me is I'll seal this off with that thick plastic.
Okay. Yeah.
And staple it up. I use shop clamp. I've got a set back there too. I just need to. It just always. I tried that and it just gives off a weird color.
Mike's seen my setup. Keto Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee cans, PVC pipe, and $19 lights from Lowe's.
There you go.
I take the coffee can, okay, I'll paint it black, cut a little hole in the top. I'll take the bottoms that you buy in the store for canes, okay,
Yeah.
dollar something. Screw them into the bottom of the coffee can, plastic or metal, don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Stick the painted PVC 3/4 PVC pipe down through there into there. And I have clamp lights, but they're like LEDs.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I got 3, 4, maybe 5 of them on there, and I have 4 or 5, different pieces like that. So Mike was standing, he's going like this,
That's funny. So did Mike come out to see Donny Osmond and you, or
he just
Mike's Vegas?
We were supposed. There was supposed to be a keto convention.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, and he paid for it. He said, I'm coming out in October or September. I'm coming out in September. Blah blah. I said, okay, no problem. They canceled it.
Oh no.
So he said, I'm coming out anyway. And naturally, I was laid up, and I'm saying, geez, hope I'm up, moving around by then.
Yeah.
He says, I don't care. He says, I'll come over anyway. I'll get your ass up out of bed. So yeah, and he come out, and he where he stayed at the Tuscany. I tell you what, it's a nice hotel. I
Is it?
have a lot of music friends that play there, that work there.
Okay.
Okay, they have a little jazzy stuff like that. But then they had comedy guys they had there the other night. He was mentioning what it was on our chat, on our text.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do
Oh
is
yeah. The
and
Jews. Was it the Jew thing?
the Jew thing.
The
Or
three
something like
Jew
that.
crew or three man. Yeah.
He said it was funny. It was funny as hell. But then they have like the Rat Pack guys. They have guys come in and sound and look just like Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got good food in the place, but it's maybe 2 blocks off the strip. So
Gotcha.
right next to the Horseshoe and another place I'm supposed to play at, Silver Sevens. So.
Silver 7.
But
my wife's down there next Friday. She leaves Thursday and comes back Monday. She's going to go see Pink.
Now it's big to do.
Yep. And I guess the strip is all under construction because they're doing some race.
They're doing a Formula One race there.
That's insane.
Formula One paid a lot of money to be there.
Oh, I can only imagine how much.
So Mike's saying, what's all these metal things they're putting up? I said, they're trusses. They're, barriers, and that's coming up soon.
Yeah.
That's coming up
December
soon.
or something, isn't it?
Yeah. And today, across from his hotel, there's this sphere. Okay. All different, it shows all different colors and stuff like that, but it's like a theater. Okay. YouTube is supposed to be there tonight.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so they're taking some of the stuff. The other amphitheaters and the other theaters around, around the strip and stuff like that just don't hold the people. Very hard to get to. So ever since that shooting, that time they decided to put this one sphere or this thing up. A lot of people are opposed it. I don't get it, but
Yeah.
Knock yourself loose. Me and Marino, we don't get to the strip a lot. I have other places that we go and
yeah. My favorite place is the Orleans, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah.
That is a
easy
great
to get
place.
into. It's cheap, during the weekday.
I was telling Mike, I said the place I would recommend for people to go to if you want to get off the strip, it's on Las Vegas Boulevard, but it's on the other end of it, a couple miles out of it, is South Point. South Point has everything you can think of in there.
Okay.
And they have the buffet. They also have, you go upstairs. They have, I believe it's an Oriental up there, whatever. And then they have the prime rib. Okay, nothing but prime rib. That's all they sell, prime rib.
Wow.
Fantastic. And then naturally downstairs you have the high end Italian restaurant, high end steakhouse.
Okay.
You can play poker there any day of the week. And it's jam packed with poker. They also have a movie theater. They also have a bowling alley. Indoor, they do a lot of rodeos and stuff like that. They're big with NASCAR.
Orleans used to do something like that too.
Yeah, they're big with NASCAR, and it's owned by one guy. One person owns it.
Really? That's crazy.
So they do a lot of shows out of there. Matter of fact, tonight I was supposed to go because I couldn't walk. I'm pretty good friends with the guys who are in the Duprees.
Oh, really? The Duprees? No kidding. That's cool.
Well, I was supposed to. Matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, the guy I'm dealing with, he said, "I got tickets for you, Tommy." Because I had told him a while back that I wanted 4 tickets. Yeah, no problem. We got it squared away. And they had called me 2 weeks ago, and I was still hurting. And I said, "Nah, give me somebody else. I don't have them." Sure enough, I can get up now, or else I was going to take, me, Mike, and the 2 ladies to go see the Duprees tonight. So,
well, that'd have been fun. Definitely fun. Fun.
No ovens around here.
Yeah, quiet night.
Yeah, it is.
Very quiet night. Yeah. What do you got cooking this weekend?
This weekend I got I'm getting out to go to the store because I can't dip that door, whatever they call that, Instacart, whatever.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go. I got to go load up on some meat. Um,
Poppers, helping.
yeah, then no, then I'm gonna go to the Mexican store, to the specialty store there, and I'll get all my different peppers because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a video, but I'm gonna use different peppers,
That's a cool idea.
a couple different peppers,
Right
you
on.
know, and with different stuffings and stuff like that inside of it, and
Hmm.
try different techniques. We're gonna give it a shot. It's good
Yeah,
because
why
we
not?
run out of ideas sometimes, and that's why I feed off a lot of people.
Correct.
You know,
Correct. Yeah, I run out a lot of ideas. Oh, what? I got a text from Rob. Oh, Rob just sent me a picture. Wow, holy moly! I don't know. Let me see if I can show you this. This is night mode at Rob's. I don't know if you can see that or
oh
not.
yeah. He's got that fixed
Yeah,
up nice.
he does. He really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I. Oh, got a question from Madwood. I like it.
She do. Well, cut out as much carbohydrates and definitely eliminate sugar. That's it. You want to
Sugar's
intake
a
a little bit
devil.
more fat, okay? And I don't mean, use like some butter, heavy cream, and stuff like that. And it'll come off fast. In the beginning, it'll be all water weight, but all right, don't get discouraged with it because if you once you wind up into ketosis, it feels like a bad hangover, but you're making a transformation over. Uh, it's real easy to do. You can eat barbecue, just limit your sugars. So gradually cut it down. Don't go cold turkey on it. I don't recommend that because it's miserable and it's not sustainable. But do a little bit at a time. Cut back. You know, I'm to the point now where I eat one time a day and I don't need to eat any other time. If I do eat any other time, I'm bored. So the whole idea is to get full and just you know. So once you stop burning sugar and you start burning fat, that's when the weight starts coming off, and you can
Right.
fill yourself up pretty good. You know what I mean? I that's why Mike I started making my own barbecue sauce with the peppers and stuff.
Hmm.
Okay, I use GUs, like I did the other night, but I'll make my own pepper sauce with that, just to get away from that flavor of barbecue sauce because it's sweet.
Correct.
That's the
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah. I lost Terry. I lost 62 pounds. I got my main thing was I was off. I was on 12 different medications. I am now taking 3, and
Incredible.
I'm about ready to get off the blood pressure pills and stuff like that. So I'm 68, going to be 69 next month. October. It's very easy to do. Tell her to
That's
watch some of the
incredible.
videos, and not just from mine, but everybody who's doing this. And it's pretty easy, but everybody stigmatizes it that it's a lifestyle. That's all. You just got to cut back. It's not that hard, really.
Yeah. Oh, trying to send this picture. I sent to my work address instead of my email address. I wanted to show everybody Rob's place. Nothing but love. NBL. What is shaking, brother?
NBL.
NBL. I met him through you guys.
Yeah, he's a great guy,
Yeah.
great supporter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I enjoy visiting with him. All right, I got a picture I want to show you guys. And let's see if I can pull this up without. So you guys all saw Rob on in the
Hell
chat
yeah!
there. Rob
Oh
sent me this earlier. That's his setup at night. That is amazing. What a gorgeous place.
yeah,
You look at that and it's just like that's crazy. Absolutely amazing. He has spent so much time and energy on this place, and it's right off of his house too.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. Love it.
yeah.
So thank you, Rob, for sharing that. Appreciate it. Beautiful place.
Brian put one up the other day. Yesterday, I think, or today. Was he made a Cobra Libre rum and coke.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so freaking refreshing. You know what I mean? The way he mixed it up, the nice music playing in the background. I said, man, that'd be a perfect
No kidding.
advertisement.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I will put it on my list. Yeah. There to me, there's nothing more refreshing than a rum and coke. I am a rum and coke aholic all the way.
See, I cut all sodas out. I cut it out, especially when I was dealing with bladder cancer. I cut all that
Yeah.
stuff out, you know. But I have that's the one thing I haven't had. And today Mike, they in the table they brought out garlic knots. Boop, put on the table with marinara
Oh,
sauce. I mean, we all looked at each
oh,
other. We all looked at each other, and I like that break balls pretty good. So I
it's
said,
like
yeah, try it, keto,
a-
no problem.
giving an
I,
alcoholic, another beer, right?
yeah,
Or offering a
Mike goes in,
beer.
dips in, and he like this, and he put it in his mouth. He went, so good. As I'm telling everybody, I'm ratting you right out.
That's funny. Yeah, Rob. Everybody loved that picture. I shared that picture you sent me. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous.
When I was in
We
Florida,
just
I built a I cut. You have the driveway with the carport over. You know, so you can pull the car up and down there. How the hell with that? The car got underneath enough of it. Then I sort of fenced it off and I built a bar. And I bought a canopy. You know, like they would have for you put the little thing on the top on. It was red. And hold on. I don't think I have it here now. But what I did was I turned around and put all my cues in there, and that's what I cooked every night. I mean, every night of the week. There it is, right there.
right on.
Okay, so I had
Yeah.
my little smoker. That the
Yeah.
one next to the smoker and the red thing. That was it from them turkey burners. Threw a flame
Okay.
out like that high. That's my wok in there.
That's cool.
I made it for a wok, and that wasn't a grill right there. That was a deep fryer with
No kidding.
the gas grill.
That's
Yeah.
a,
And
that's
then
awesome.
my Blackstone. Yeah.
It reminds me of, especially with the pink there, like a bistro.
Yeah, that's red. I don't know why the camera made it come out looking like pink, but
No, even if it was red, it reminds me of a bistro.
yeah,
It
yeah. And
just it
then
just has that feel, right? Like mine has a bar feel. Yours has a bistro feel to me.
I don't know if I put the other one up or not, but no, I didn't. The other one had the canopy on the other side of that,
Okay.
and it made that into a bar. So,
Cool. Cool. Some beach somewhere.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonder if Patrick's around.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, but he'll be jealous now.
he lashed out. So, uh, I'm getting back around enough, Mike. I think I'm going to go back and start playing again.
Good. Now that's
I
your Saturday night gig, right?
Well, what I'm doing is I don't know if I'm gonna stay with that. It depends. I got another guy who has been out here for many years, and he gave me a call, sent me a bunch of songs and stuff. Sounds like a little country stuff here and there,
Hmm.
rockabilly, and
Oh
but
yeah,
he's
Southern Rock.
but he's got a couple gigs coming up, and I think they're doing a week. Golden Nugget, downtown, that and Horseshoe, and a couple places. Don't forget we're out west here, so people like some country music, line dancing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I
Just
might
remember, I
do.
got you Fridays.
Yeah, I might do two. I might do. I might do. I got to check it out. I got to go play with them anyway. It's all
Yeah.
It's 4-piece band, I guess, and him singing. And the
Right
guy's
on.
great. I mean, he's been around for 100 years.
You still
We'll
got a
see.
voice, huh? After 100 years.
Yeah, I think he's like your age. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mid
So,
50s. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I still
yeah.
have a voice. I can still belt it out. Not quite as
He.
high as I used to, but
Yeah. This guy. He. Back in the day, he did a lot of doo-wop stuff and everything. So.
okay.
And yeah, so he knows his way around. And then a friend of mine had told him that that I played and this and that. So the last time put it together and it just didn't come together. So the people
Gotcha.
still weren't hiring like that.
Yeah. Have you seen Chicago did a documentary, The Last Band Standing?
I didn't see that. No.
And it was they were in Vegas right as the pandemic hit. And all of a sudden, everybody started canceling. and they were the last band in Vegas to be playing. They were playing at the Venetian,
They're coming back.
and yeah, they have a thing at the Venetian every year,
Yeah.
and I've seen them so many times. It's kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Like next week or so, they're going to start there. But here's
Oh,
the
are they?
difference. Yeah, here's the difference. Um, bringing them headliners in and stuff like that. Okay, it's great. They're just starting to get back to that. But to be a little cheap, the way the corporations keep doing this. Oh yeah, there you go.
That's winter mode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Hell yeah. I had a place up in the Adirondacks. Anyway, they're bringing in another band from Canada, okay, and it's called Brass Transit.
Brass Transit. I've heard of them. Yeah, and they're a
Yeah.
Chicago tribute band.
Yeah, they're coming in after Chicago leaves.
Oh, okay.
I said, what's the point? Let Chicago do their thing. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, Chicago's almost a tribute band anymore as well.
Yeah. A lot of tracks they did. They play the tracks.
Yeah, but other than if they would be a tribute band if it weren't for the three original members.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think after 57 years,
Yeah.
you still got three original members? That's pretty damn good.
When we walked into the place we had lunch at today has been here since 1947.
Wow.
Okay, so they moved from downtown to this spot here. I think 25 years ago. So they're entertainers. The mother who owned the place, the father died a while ago, but the mother, she was 100, and I think it made 101. I think still looked good. Walked around a whole bit, and then she passed a couple of years ago. And now the daughter who's up there, and her husband Bono, his last name is Bono. He does a show every Thursday, almost like a Johnny Carson type of show at this South Point. He has all the entertainers, who are playing. So the guy I was playing with, he was invited there, and we were going to go with the band and play there. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it. So
Gotcha.
Pretty cool. But what I was getting at when I'm walking into this place, into this bistro today, they're playing 40s music, Glenn Miller, all stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. In the mood.
Pop.
They think they just found Glenn Miller's plane that he went down in.
Kidding. Wow.
I just read that the other day. Been missing since what? 44?
2 or
44. Yeah, and they think they just found it.
Unbelievable.
So if they find his body, that will negate all the rumors that he was a Nazi.
Yeah, exactly.
Flew home to Germany.
Yeah. I see Miss Jean's in. Hello, Jean. How you
doing?
Yeah,
I saw Jean there. Yeah. Everybody said hi to her, and it's a great evening.
So what are you doing this weekend, my friend?
Well, tomorrow we have the kids, we have the boys, and we're going to take them to a pumpkin patch. And it's called the Berry Patch, but they have pumpkins and that. We'll let them grab some pumpkins.
Cool.
And then, but it's supposed to rain at some point tomorrow, so we'll probably try to get that cranked out early.
Okay.
And then Sunday, my routine on Sunday is I get up, I go visit my dad for 2 hours, and then come home and do a cook. So I have a special guest this Sunday. Mrs. Dude has agreed to come on and show me how to make her. So she does a bariatric food, which is low carb.
Right.
Very similar to keto. I mean, it would be keto's younger brother. And so I'm going to make a queso dip, Mexican queso dip.
Ooh.
And she's going to, and it's just part of my series that I have going on for tailgating.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to make the chips or the tortillas that go with it.
Okay.
That should be fun.
I don't know, in the stores, and I forget what brand it is, but they have a brand a little expensive compared to the other ones, but they're low carb, 7 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
The small street tacos.
Yeah, they call this zero carb. So I don't know how they do that.
Net carb there.
Yeah, I think it's zero that way.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
But I think Mission does it, and that's what she's going to make. Yeah, and she's going to cook them on the Cuisinart
Cool.
versus deep fat frying them and all that
Yeah.
crap. So it
Yeah.
should be fun. It's not like you're going to sit down and eat the whole bag.
I'm never forgetting. Don't forget now. I'm married to a Sicilian. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So I come up with this recipe to make macaroni.
Hmm.
It is not macaroni, and I try to tell that to people. People. Tonight I'm making rice cauliflower. You're making
Yeah,
cauliflower. It's not freaking rice, okay?
yeah.
It's like you
Yeah,
would rice potatoes.
I love how you harp on that every time.
So,
I
so I'm
laugh.
making this. I'm making this pasta, okay? And Marie's like this, looking over my shoulder. Well, get in the video, okay? I don't want to. I took a break from it. I don't want it. That is not going to taste good. I don't care what anybody says. It's not pasta. Okay. And I agreed with her. I said, "It is. You're right. It's not pasta, but it's mimicking it. You know what I mean?"
Right.
And
Well, same with the cauliflower. It's mimicking the
yeah.
rice.
So after I made this stuff, now I have to cut it. Okay. And to make it look like pasta, which is fine. And I cut it up and I made my sauce. Okay, very light sauce, and I think we had shrimp with it. I think I'm not sure. She's sitting there and she's going, the whole bit. Yeah, I know. And we talked about that, me and Rob. Yeah.
Right on.
And that night we didn't finish it all. Okay. I don't eat leftovers. Okay. I don't want to keep going. I'm going to keep moving forward with eating different stuff. Right. So there was some this mock macaroni left over. Right. And it was made with cream cheese, eggs, and Parmesan cheese and cream cheese, 2 eggs or 3 eggs, and pork rinds.
Can't go wrong with pork rinds right there, man.
Mix it up in a blender. Pour it on a cookie sheet, kind of thin. Put it in the oven for 10 minutes. Bring it out. Let it cool and cut it. All right.
Cut it, yeah.
I mean, it worked out. Well, the next day, here's what my point is. Miss Sicilian. She said, when we were eating it, she said, how? I said, how was it? She said, it's okay. It's not pasta, but it's okay. So the next day she says, do you want any of this? I said, I thought you didn't like it. Oh, no, it's okay. It's all right. Now she's but it's all good.
You mentioned you made your sauce. And that's one of the biggest problems I have with spaghetti is the sauce. People dump that crap on there. And so it's like having noodles on your sauce.
Yeah.
Right. And so when we have spaghetti, it's like very little sauce, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It just maybe just a little cut for color. That's it.
Back in the day when I was training, I worked for an Italian guy rode off the boat from Rome. And he talked broken English. Okay, it was very hard to understand. Okay, but he made his tomato sauce, and I'm saying that's not really the way I was taught to make it. So he made, and once I got rolling on my own, I started making this what they call I call it a utility sauce. Just tomatoes, basil, and garlic. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. You cook the tomatoes down, very fast cook time. Now, we would make big pots of this. Now, if you're going to do some like mussels fried diavolo and stuff like that, you would put the mussels into the sauce, change it. This way, it didn't have a meat taste or it didn't have any other kind of taste. It was just tomatoes, basically. So, but everybody goes crazy. But I don't like a lot of sauce either, Mike. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. We went to a place called Da Vinci's here. That's where I sent you that picture of the Chianti.
Yeah.
But man, they just heap that stuff on, and it's like, so we get it, so it's on the side. And you can ask for it light, and they still dump that crap on there. Sounds like Rob's gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to do all that quick stuff, Mike. You're slick at that. Rob, you'll get the hang of it. And just do it and do it and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like yesterday, I said to Mike yesterday in the car, today in the car, I said, boy, that video sucked. That we did. He said, "It's what it is. Don't worry about it."
Stephen.
I can understand you, Stephen, for crying out loud. This guy and he keep calling me, "You son of a bitch." That was like my
That's funny.
nickname.
Yeah, that's
Unbelievable.
funny. Yeah. When it comes to sauces, though, I think sauces on anything, in my opinion, it complements, not drowns.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea. I mean, if you take just like with meat, I mean, back in the day, brisket, for instance, okay, brisket, where I come from, was always made with the gravy, cooked in the oven, you know, and most of the Jewish people had it because it was a cheaper cut of meat. You know what I mean?
Brisket was back in the day. Yeah,
Yeah,
not anymore.
exactly. Yeah, and even
Same with ribeye.
yeah, even that ribeye was a cheap cut because the fat, way too much fat. But they would
Yeah.
make the brisket, all right, and then make a gravy with it to put it on the brisket because it was bland, had no taste. Because they cooked the living hell out of it.
Yeah, and I've heard that's a complaint about brisket.
Yeah,
But today's world, we have so many different rubs and seasonings and everything out there. It changes things. It used to be back in the day with salt and pepper,
that's it. Yeah,
which is nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want. But now, I mean, look at Uncle Steve. He's got 15 different kinds of shakes, and there's just myriad of flavors out there
right.
that Grandma and Grandpa never had.
And the argument I see with the barbecue folks and stuff like that about trimming it. Okay, well, that's okay if you're in a competition or you're in the backyard, you want to do what you want to do. In business, you don't trim that because you're throwing money every time you take a hunk of fat off of that. You're throwing money away for what you paid for it.
Ah,
Okay,
never thought
so
about that.
so what we would do is we would take the fat cap, okay, cut a little, make a little incision on it, the whole thing with a long knife, and just go along and try to get the fat cap up and leave about that far from the end, and then season that on the inside of that, and then put the fat cap on top of the
Oh,
seasoning,
okay.
and then cook it and just slop it off, and then you would slice it up and plate it. You know what I mean? So,
I found a brisket point at my local Albertsons,
mhm.
and I bought it. It was 50% off, and I'm like, oh, cool. Bought it, threw it in the freezer, and I just cooked it up last week for a video in 2 weeks, right? And I took the fat on the top because it still had a nice layer of fat on
Mhm.
it, and I shaved that fat down, and then I put it in a bowl or a pan, put a
Tallow.
little bit of beer in there, and put it on the pellet grill and cooked it the same amount of time that I cooked that point, and it was all rendered down. There was
Yeah,
no solids left. And so when I got done with everything, I just poured that fat over the top.
nothing better.
It's just flavor,
Yeah,
you know?
nothing better. There's nothing better. I mean, even I used to do a lot of prime rib, especially getting close to the weekend. I do 12 whole 109s. Okay, and I slow cooked them. We had what they call an alto-sham. We cook them in there.
109. You call them 109?
They were 109s because they were prepped, ready to go. You know what I mean?
Uh, okay.
So, no, that's the name. You can ask for 109. It'll come with the netting on it, the whole bit.
Okay.
But I would pull the netting back, and I would do the same thing with the fat cap. That, and I'd season underneath there because you couldn't eat that stuff.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's even with the brisket and stuff like that. But we did it the same way. But we never trimmed it up. That was you throwing money away. We make your own tallow and stuff like that.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
even grinding burgers and stuff like that. You take some of that fat and
It's flavor and it's weight too,
yeah.
So if you're
But
gonna,
all that trimming and stuff. That's just for show. I mean,
oh, I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah. They call it the hard fat.
One of the guys, I can't remember his name now. I think Joe or Smoking. I forget his name. Smoking Joe. He did 2 ways. He trimmed one and one the other way. And
Hmm.
he said it was a little bit more juice, a little bit more fat came out of it, but there's really no difference to it. So it's just to each his
Yeah.
own.
They say I've never cooked a whole brisket. The point was the first time I even came close to one. But they say the point's the one you want. The flat is the hardest part to cook. Point is easy.
Well, stop and think about a corned beef. Okay, you look at a corned beef. So on top, where the point is, there's a part that's the deckle that they call. Okay, it's got take a corned beef, a whole like a half a corned beef with the deckle on it. When you cut that in half, you're going to see the regular brisket on the bottom that they would put on a slicer, and the top one was the fattier piece. You could actually see the fat within the meat.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I mean they would cut the point off, leave the point on. Everybody's different. Okay,
Correct.
but the bunch of guys that I used to be around and stuff like that, they cooked it whole.
Okay.
Okay, they would put their little bit of seasoning on whatever they did, and they put it in and forget about it. And just in the oven. So
Yep.
and then whatever sauce and stuff you want to put on there. So it's all
And the
about money,
barbecue.
dude. It's all
It
about
is.
money.
It really is. It really is. Oh, look at that grumpus. Ah, on my way home from Tile. Check with you guys later when I get home. Right
That's
on,
right.
Grumpus. What a good
What do you
guy
say?
he is. Really is a good guy.
That's my man there.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing him cook. He wants to get in on this popper one too.
Yeah.
Because he's a good cook. He really gets in there and does his stuff.
Grumpus is very relaxing to watch.
Yes.
And
Very laid back.
the detail end of it, pays attention to it and this and that. And he has goof ups here and there. Everybody does.
Well, we all do. Sometimes you want to edit them out, and sometimes you just say screw it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like on that the pinwheel one that I made. I talked about cutting it. I talked about the way I cut it, but I contradicted myself the next line when I talked about how the type of cut.
I do it all the time.
And I thought, do I leave it? Anybody really watching it?
Yeah.
I just leave it in there.
Maurice says to me as I'm making the video, okay, because I'll shut it off and I either try to talk over it or I would just completely goof it up. And she
Mhm.
says, "You're not talking to anybody from Secaucus, New Jersey. You're talking to a lot of people. Explain yourself." And my grandson called me one night. "Pop, I just watched your video." He says, "You went through it too fast. I don't know how to cut that kind of stuff. I don't know how to use the knife. I don't know how to use that stuff." So, and then Grumpus told me the same thing. Make it yours. Make it your own.
Yeah.
But I get tongue tied sometimes, dude. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Hamana.
Well, and it's funny because, like, for me, I don't notice it until I'm editing. And hell, sometimes I don't even notice it until I actually watching the video later when it's live. You only spend 2 hours editing the damn thing and listening to every word. And,
That's why I try to watch everybody's stuff. Okay. A lot of them I can't get to and everything like that. But the same token, all right, I draw off people. I get different ideas and stuff like that. And that's
sure.
How can I make it my way without this, without that? And like me and Mike were talking about last night. I said, Mike, you sit and think about it. You do research on stuff. Okay. Where I was in the business, boom, bang, boom, 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 get the tables out, the whole 9 yards. Now I'm relaxing doing it, and to cook at home, doing what I do, okay, sometimes it can be intimidating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, if I eat this, I'm going to throw myself off the diet. It's not a diet; it's a lifestyle. Relax, take it easy,
exactly.
kick back,
Absolutely. It's but at the end of the day, you're having fun. You're meeting people, you're sharing ideas, you're getting out there, you're doing things just like the show. I love how the ideas that we come up with and the people in the chat that interact with us. I'm really looking forward to adding a cooking segment to it and just seeing where it goes. It may bomb totally, but you know what? At least we tried.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved your show yesterday. I thought it was great.
Audio sucked.
And you just, you know what? But here's the deal: you learned from it.
Yeah.
Right. You forget spend money, Mike. Yeah, there's that too, Lance. Welcome, Lance. Good seeing you. Yeah, I totally hear you. But at the end of the
It's
day, it's about having fun.
yeah,
If you
and
make a little money,
like
good deal.
being routine, and like some people feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. How many times can you
Correct.
cook a brisket? How many different ways can you cook it? You know what I mean? On a grill,
No,
barbecue.
exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
like repetitious. Like go out on a limb a little bit, try something different. You know what I mean with it,
Hmm.
and that's why I did that one. I did the one with the ribs for people who don't have a barbecue, who live in an apartment like I do.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
was like dumbfounded that I said, wait a minute, I can't grill nothing. I can't barbecue. Can't smoke anything. I checked with the office and they said, oh, you can have an electric grill, or they were thinking something like a George Foreman type of thing.
No.
I come home with a with a smoker, but I
Hey,
use the hell out of it.
sure. Yeah, and then you got the old lady next door. I'll call the fire department.
No, she died.
Oh, hey, well, maybe the next lady.
Yeah,
Uh,
unbelievable.
I got a
But
smoker here I never use. I use it on the 4th of July for a party. The first time in 2 years I'd use that thing. And it's a gas smoker. It's Pit Boss. But you know what's best at, more than anything else? Making cakes and cookies and
yeah, you can use them
things
as an
like that.
oven. Yeah,
It's
heck yeah.
great.
Yep,
But I cooked ribs in it. Fine.
my smoker, it's electric and everything. I use apple wood, and what I'll do is I'll take a block of cream
Oh, yeah.
cheese and I'll take Uncle Steve's Gator Shake and
Hmm.
shake it all over the block of cream cheese. Okay, put it on the pan, right in the smoker, and I smoke that
Yeah.
until it starts turning out. And then Marie will make them chips from Mission, little
Hmm.
tacos, or we'll make cheese. She makes a cheese with a little bit of cheese and some pork rinds and stuff like that, reconstitute them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love pork rinds. Love them. Oh, what do we got here from Rob? Cook them whole and then use.
Split
Okay.
these different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, I need to bring that out and start cooking with it more, because when I cooked on the 4th of July, what I did, Jean's best friend, she told me, she goes, "Hey, I got a bunch of ribs. Will you cook them up for me?" And I'm thinking, baby backs. Yeah, not a problem. Holy crap! She comes with these dinosaur ribs
Wow.
that are all meat ribs, and I've like cooked meat ribs twice in my life, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but you
here
know
you
what?
go. And I'm like, great,
Yeah, but you know what? It's all good because if she's asking you to cook them, she has no clue.
correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you do your best shot with it, and that's it. I mean, a lot of times you can't cook the same thing twice and have it come out the same way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
That's why I
so
don't try to cook the same thing
yeah,
twice.
and it's just that back in the restaurant days. Okay, everybody gets the spare ribs now on videos I see, and they take them and they'll take the back off. They'll take the meat off the back of the spare rib. Then they'll take the chine bone off and again make it look nice, symmetrical, and everything like that. Cook it first, and then do that. Because what they'll do is they'll I've seen a couple guys take everything that they cooked. I mean, everything that they carved off. Okay, as they're smoking or whatever they're cooking them, just the KC ribs. All right, they put the meat on the bottom. Okay, and they also put the other thing in there and cook at the same time. Leave it on. Cut it off when you get done with it. I mean, that would be my way of doing it. You
Yeah.
know, do that
I'm all
extra
about the
work that
easiest
way.
way. Exactly. The easiest way is sometimes better, right? But
Makes I'm
everybody's
all
got their
about
style.
I'm all about saving time. So
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I did these ribs, and I thought, I went to my go-to. I had a bunch of Uncle Steve's, so I put that on there, and I'll tell you what, the hardest part was taking that damn silver skin off of about 10 ribs. Oh my god! I've always struggled with silver skin. Sometimes I can just nail it, and about half of those I nailed, and the other half I'm fighting with them and fighting and
yeah,
fighting.
sometimes I take them off, sometimes I don't. I just
Yeah, you don't have to.
no, not really. Um,
Cooker's block, yeah, I do too, big time. That's why I watch Food Network shows, and I kind of, oh yeah, I think I could do that.
I
Like I
mean,
was
that's
telling you
what.
about that Michael Simon show.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I watch that all the time now. I watch it.
Hmm.
There's a guy that Grumpus turned me on to. I think it's Open firewood cooking or something like that.
Hmm.
This guy, he built his own wood burning oven. It was like a pizza oven outside, but this guy cooks everything in there. But he's
Oh
so
wow.
relaxed the way he talks. Now we're going to take the ribs. We're going to cut them here. We're going to put them in here. Then he does stuffed mushrooms. Then he got a glass of wine. That's boop,
And there you go.
right? And he goes back and he goes, cat, doing this and that. And he puts them on 20 minutes, like a 20-minute video and stuff. And I'm like sitting in a chair watching this guy, all relaxed. And that's the ones I like. I mean, even the things I don't like is people who doing these food hauls. What I bought at the store. I did a couple
Oh
of them. I said I'm never going to do this crap again. This is nuts.
yeah.
So
Yeah, guess what I got at Walmart for $150.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good for you.
Unbelievable. I like to watch even what do you call Lance? Lance. See when they call him sleeper barbecue. Okay, Lance comes off from the outside into the inside lane
He
as
does.
he's cooking. You know what I mean? But thinks out of the box. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Try something different.
I see where he comes. Another way of looking at sleeper barbecue is you might not expect much, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that was it just, he's incredible, right?
Yeah. My wife hears me in the room laughing. Okay. And I said, Lance did it. She said, what are you laughing? I said, Lance did it again. They pull one out. But they look good. But even with that, okay, thinking out of the box and stuff with that, everybody else, like I said before, everybody else does certain things a certain way all
Sure.
the time, So
Sure. Yeah. I was going to say something. I don't know. Old age sucks.
yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, I was going to say, I watch videos from my phone, this laptop, my work laptop. And if I'm on my work laptop, I can't comment, but I can hit like.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, so yeah, I've seen several videos of people, and I've had people go, "Well, you never watch my videos." I'm like, "Yeah, I do. You did this, this, and this. It was great. All I could do is hit like." I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Really
See, and my thing is that with keto and stuff like that. Now, a while back, I put up a survey. Should I change my name? I had a couple of people change your name. You're losing out. Blah blah blah. This and that. And I had a couple of people tell me, "Don't dare do that. Don't change your name out, okay? Because you're making things different." But in the same token, all right, some of the things that I'm trying to do, other people say, and you can see on the analytics, they go up a little bit and then flat.
Mm-hmm.
From not watching it. But what I'm trying to do is I come from the era of restaurant, got to get it right, prep, put it out, tables, let's rock and roll. And you're steady going from 4:30 in the afternoon until 11 o'clock at night.
Correct.
No stopping. It's just bang, 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 bang. Now, what I'm trying to do, Maurice says, what are you doing? Slow down. I can't help it. I just can't help it. Flip it around 1, 2, 3. Right, let's see. She said, and it sounds like you're rushing things on your videos. So, but that's me. I'm sure. I'm going to be, like I said, 69 next month,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this.
Until they lay on your back.
Yeah.
I plan on doing this for as long as I can.
Yeah.
And if I have one viral video, so be it. I just have fun doing it, and that's it. That video was one I made 3 years ago.
That was crazy. I'm telling you,
it's one of the worst videos I ever did. It's like boom, 410,000 views. I'm like, damn.
I don't know if everybody knows Chef's back up and running again.
Yeah.
Chef. Yes, he is.
Saw him on your show last night. So
yeah, he. Stop and think about that. Okay, how somebody just shut him down, took over his channel.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, absolutely took it over, and started trying to get other people. Hit me with 4 videos. Hit Marie with 1 video.
Wow.
Just tied into other people, and not just me. There was other people down the road.
Somebody hacked his account, right?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. That's a good
big
reason
time.
to change your password every once in a while. which is something that we tend to forget.
Yeah.
I do all the time.
I mean, and he when I did talk to him, and he said in the beginning I was really mad about it, but he has his daughter on with him, and they cook, the little chef, and he has her on
Hmm.
there cooking like that. I think it's a good idea that he's teaching her how to cook and stuff, but then there's people out there who don't want to see that. We don't want to see a child on there, whatever.
Turn the
Exactly,
channel.
exactly.
Good Lord. It's like the good old days. You don't like the
So
show? Change it.
yeah, so he gave me a shout and said he's coming back and the whole bit. I said good. I said we got a lot of collabs coming up, so
Hmm.
no better way. So what he's going to do is he's going to keep it just cooking and stuff like that. And I felt bad for him. I really did.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's got a great channel. Good cook. Good guy.
Yeah, he's very personable. I mean, he's hey, how you doing? Laughing at your kids around with me constantly. You know what I mean? I'm using.
I do too, Tom.
Yeah, I said I'm using Uncle Steve's on this thing here, but that's it. We're done. I'm unsubscribing from you because he has his own rubs too.
Yeah.
But kidding around, laughing.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "No, I love Uncle Steve's."
I have Uncle Steve's. I've got some of Rick's around here. I bought some meat shirts recently. I use Uncle Steve's
Yeah.
85% of the time.
Now
I do.
Marie loves that the chef made, drunken chef made the his SPG and added jalapeno to it.
Oh, that's a great combination if you
And
think about it.
it's got just enough on there, and it's all coarse stuff like that. She loves it. She loves it. Matter of fact, I think tomorrow I gotta go order some, because that's what she likes. Now he has in October, only one time a year, he has the ghostly shake for Halloween and stuff, and that's got
Oh,
that's
okay. I like ghost pepper, but okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got the habanero one, but he's got the ghost pepper, and he just told me he can't find them, ghost peppers.
Oh.
He said so it might be a little bit of a problem. So,
You know,
but
I was at a chili cook-off 2 weeks ago, and I got to talking to a guy, and he's like, "Here, try my rub," and it tasted like cilantro. I kid you not. It's like I love cilantro.
mhm.
I'm like, damn. He goes, "Oh, it's great on ribs and chicken and that." So I put it on a burger, and it's like my burger tastes like cilantro. I like cilantro, but I don't know if I want a cilantro burger.
Yeah. Well, and see there again, that's that's the trick. I like to experiment with a little bit, here and there with stuff like that. So in the restaurant, when I worked in a restaurant, I learned I had a rude awakening. Okay. Because I seasoned things the way I liked it.
Hmm.
Okay. And this was young in my career with that. And I had a lot of stuff come back. Too salty, not too much pepper, too salty, too salty. So you have a night like that when you're on a roll, pulling
Hmm.
tickets here and there, and stuff starts coming back. You got to make that over again. You can't just not
Correct.
turn salt around. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you can't just water it down and then here you go.
Yeah, so it was a big learning curve for me, and I pushed the seasoning away. Now I ain't putting nothing on it. They got salt and pepper on the table. If they want something else, we'll get it for them. But I'm not doing that. I am not going to put that on there.
Correct. When I order a steak, I don't want you can put that little I call it compote, but it's just that butter thing, garlic
Mhm.
butter, whatever you can put that on there. That's fine. I don't want anything else.
Right.
Because I want to salt and pepper it to my liking.
That's
And furthermore, a good steak, you don't need a lot of salt and pepper on
That's
it
right.
if it's a
Exactly.
good steak. And you
So-
definitely don't need barbecue or steak sauce, or it's a bad steak.
Yeah, exactly. And if you notice when I'm cooking, I'll season the pan. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll put my Tommy spice on it, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. I'll put that on the pan in with the butter and the olive oil that I cook it in, whatever I'm cooking, any kind of meat or anything like that. And that's just a time saver because I know it's on the pan. It's going to get into the meat rather than me putting it
got a
on
point.
the outside. Okay, so
Yeah, you got a point, and it's gonna go further into the meat.
and that's enough to turn it around and whatever how that was. But I'm telling you, Mike, it was a big turnaround, and I suffered. The place I worked at, I suffered for probably a month or so. People saying it's too salty, too salty, too salty. Lesson learned. You know?
Correct.
And then when we opened our own, then I told everybody, get it out of here, moving that. But I used to make my own blends and stuff like that for different. When I would pre-season like the 109s, the prime rib and the Pismos, that's the filet mignon. Get all them seasoned up before I would put them in. Other than that, I don't touch it no more. So
Correct. Ah. Oh, my dad just texted me. He's getting up there. It'll be 80 next month.
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
he can't hear.
What?
And so, yeah, exactly. And I'm not faulting him for it. I mean, it's just part of growing old.
Yes, it is.
And so he asked me to do all of his appointments for his upcoming doctor's appointment. He's having a problem with his heart. So they want to do several appointments. So I went ahead and scheduled these appointments for him, and now he doesn't want to do them. Well, I told him, Dad, then you're the one who's going to have to cancel them.
Yeah. So I made them, but now you got to cancel them and stuff like that. I tell you what, it's we want to get into that. That's a sore subject with me. But,
yeah.
So I got a couple questions for you. I kind of see that you got that Cuisinart is your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. What don't you cook on that?
Oh, what don't I cook on it?
Wow. Yeah. What wouldn't you cook on it?
What don't I cook? I've cooked. Well, my background is experimental cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I've cooked anything that I've cooked on the smoker or the Weber kettle or on my little burner thing, I've done on the Cuisinart. I want to say the only thing I have not cooked on the Cuisinart is chicken wings, both the flats and the leg. I don't think I've ever cooked those, and I'm not sure I would. It's just a little difficult to get into the nooks and crannies, especially on the flats or the wings, Whereas if I was in a smoker, it's taking more time to get in there, do its thing. Same with the kettle. It takes longer, so I'm getting more heat in the cracks and crevices. The Cuisinart is kind of fast and furious. I've done ribs on them, smoked ribs on it once. That was a challenge, but it's good. I've done steak, although I'm not a fan of doing steak on it. If I'm going to do a ribeye, I don't want to do it on it. I'd rather taste. Nothing against the cast iron.
Yeah, I got you.
That it has on there.
Yeah.
But there's a particular taste that I like with steak, and that's that charcoal taste that comes off of it. And I'm just a straight up Kingsford kind of guy. I don't like the hickories, and I don't like that.
I like flat out lump charcoal. That's what I like.
Lump charcoal's great too.
Yeah.
I have a friend. I haven't talked to him in about a year, so I probably should reach out to him. He has a lump charcoal company here in town, and he let me use some of it, and I got to experiment with lump charcoal. It's a different beast.
Oh yeah,
it really is. But it's a little more expensive around here for some reason. So I use charcoal briquettes, and I know you're not supposed to because it's got that binder in there and it's a chemical thing. But shit, everything's got chemicals in it.
Come on,
Got a thing of mustard here that you love. It's got chemicals in it.
Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Now, reason why I said that, because me and Mike were talking yesterday about since he had his hand surgery and stuff like that, but he went and bought a griddle, okay, a gas griddle. He's got to put together and a whole bit like that. So I said to him, I said, Mike, you know what? What would be my idea? When Monument sent me that, okay, they wanted me to do two shorts and a long form video using their thing. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Everybody does smash burgers. They do bacon on it. They make breakfast on it and this and that.
You can, sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So I made chicken parmesan with broccoli rabe and spaghetti squash, mimicking spaghetti. Okay. And that's what I did on it. So I said to him, I said, I would like to get a bunch of us together and to either take the flat top like you have your Cuisinart and do something totally off base,
Off the wall. Yeah.
off the wall with it. Okay, we'll, put some kind of guidelines on it, or what you can do and everything else like that, and just see what everybody comes up with. Having different,
It would be fun because most people have the Blackstone. It seems like,
yeah,
and that's fine. I've cooked on a Blackstone, not my favorite, but there's certainly nothing wrong with them.
right.
And you got the smaller versions of it, like you have. The sky's the limit, to be honest with you. But most people, when they think of that, they think of burgers and
Yeah.
bacon, eggs,
Breakfast, hot dogs.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to love on mine when I had a 36-inch Blackstone. Loved it. Okay, I had that thing so seasoned up, I dared Russ to come around.
Yeah, that's the way my Cuisinart is.
I mean, I had that thing so lubed up, but I would cook different things on it here and there. But I had the different varieties. But I told Mike, stop and think about it. You have one item. You have that
one item to cook.
Yeah, you have that flat top on there, but you're looking at something else. Whatever you want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Ham hocks or something. Okay.
There you go.
How would you do that? How would would you be able to do that? He went, I said, put your lab coat on and think about that.
The lab coat. I love that lab coat.
We'll come up with an idea. And Mike, I got to tell you something. Last couple times I made sauce, I didn't make any tomato sauce. I made pepper sauce out of roasted red pepper.
Oh, okay. I follow you.
Man, I'm telling you, what a different flavor. I'm just like, oh my, wow.
I bet.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
That would be a cool collab coming up, I think, actually. I like that. Hashtag flat top cooking or something like that,
Yeah, something off the wall with, that's something that can be done, but, like a half a spring chicken or something. Mm-hmm. You could use a lid on it, whatever. Put it on a rack, put a lid on it.
So for some reason, mine went to a version of chicken fried steak.
Okay, yeah.
I think I could totally pull it off, but use pork rinds.
Yeah.
On there.
Oh, yeah.
And
I made schnitzel with the pork rinds.
That's a great idea. I love schnitzel.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, Man Kitchen Recipes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cavin made French fries on his flat top.
He did. I saw that. That's crazy.
I said, that's the way I would do it. Put the oil in a little container, and just did the French fries in there. Took them off. 1, 2, 3. So,
you could take those fries and instead of cut them thin, and then put some oil. You use olive oil, put it on the flat top, get it hot enough, and just put them in there on the flat top, and it would be similar concept. That's exactly what I was thinking about for the chicken fried steak.
Yeah, I did jicama. I took jicama.
Okay.
I peeled it. I boiled it. When you boil it to get that crunchy taste, because it's crunchy as hell, you can eat that raw. It's no problem. Mm-hmm. Right? And I took it and I after I boiled it, then I put it on my mandolin, and I made real like string fries.
Okay.
Put them in the oil. Delicious.
I made a simple syrup on the flat top once. You can take it. It takes a little bit of time, but you can put a pan on that thing and heat up. Matter of fact, 2-3 weeks ago, I made mac and cheese for the boys, and I did it all outside here. And matter of fact, here it is. This is the pot I used right here. This pot right here is what I used, and I filled it full of water, and it took about 30 minutes for it to get hot enough to start boiling. Talk about some hungry kids, but
Pop, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
Exactly.
On my Blackstone that I had, I used to make shrimp scampi on the flat top, no pan, on the griddle. And what simply the only thing I did was I had a wedge on the side, and I lift it up, okay, and slide the wedge in onto the side. So now the griddle was like this. So when I put my liquid on, with the wine and everything else like that, it all went to the side.
Okay.
and then I would use my thickener, but thicken it up a little bit, put the shrimp in there, and scoop it off with my, you know, it's all technique. I mean, it's all
It is.
you can. I watch a lot of street food
I love
vendors
street food.
from
Yeah.
around the world, and I tell you what, there's some crazy ass people out there.
They cook some crazy ass stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah. But that's the stuff that intrigued me. Lance, okay, Lance, for instance, when he was in that challenge and stuff, okay, he come up with stuff. And I'm saying, "Phew, thank you. Somebody's doing something out of the box. Something
Correct.
different. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
Uh,
But you
That's
almost, that brings up another thing too, is here we are in our community does a lot of cooking outside of the box, right? But we're almost shunned for it, it seems like. People don't want to see it. They want, hey man, you can make the same burger and steak over the next
500 different ways.
500 different ways, but people only want to watch it 4 different ways.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
It blows my mind how people are so focused. You know what I'm talking about? I don't mean focused in real life, but how focused they are. A burger should be this way. I see it on Newsbreak all the time. That's not a real burger. That's your bacon's not cooked. Hello,
Yeah.
define cooked bacon, please. I don't like it crispy.
Now I can tell you from coming from out of my own business, steak and seafood house. Okay, like I said, we used to go through 200 pounds of lobster a day, every day.
That's incredible.
Okay, like I said, towards from Monday to Tuesday into Wednesday, Thursday change. We would only do like 5 whole prime ribs for them days, and then towards the weekend 10 to 12. Okay, and then we had the filet mignon. We had New York strips, the whole bit. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know who started this or said it is the right way to do it. Okay, but rare steak. Okay, in a restaurant. Very rarely would I have somebody ask it for rare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Rarely.
medium rare to medium well is the way everybody wanted their steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now, one night I'm trying to average it out, and I'm saying, they're killing them. They're killing the steak, whatever. But that's the way people eat. Ooh, I can't have that. Ooh, that's too red for me. Not good for me like that. Okay, I like it rare. Okay, to mid rare.
You don't like it foie. What do they call that? People. Never mind.
Okay, but I'm saying, so when I watch these videos and they're cutting the steak and it's like rare, it looks like tuna on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people eat that. You know what I mean? They do, but not a lot of people eat it like that.
Correct.
That's the whole misnomer. I would have people at my house and I would cook. I would have everybody like their steak. Everybody medium rare to well done. Some of them.
Yeah.
I was the only one that liked it rare to medium rare. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a medium rare kind of person.
Yeah. I would go to a New York steakhouse and I'd ask for black and blue. Black on the outside and still raw in the middle.
Raw in the middle. Okay.
Yeah. That was the younger days. That was back in the younger days and stuff. But still in all. So when you said, "Oh no, he killed that steak, you got to have it rare," get the hell out of here. No, you don't.
Exactly. Oh, as I said, I had one today on a popper video from a year ago, and they're like, "You didn't cook the bacon all the way," and the other guy said, "Yeah, I was just getting ready to comment on that." Yeah, first of all, right.
Yeah.
Second of all, define cook all the way.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't like crispy bacon. Jean does. So when I make bacon, I do it my way, and then I do it her way.
Yeah. You know what I've been doing lately? I haven't been buying bacon. I've been buying pork belly, leaving it in that state, not smoking or anything like that. I cut the heavy skin off it, slice it up as thin as I can. You don't have to use it right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll slice it up and use that, or make burnt ends out of it or something like that. Very rarely do I buy bacon anymore. First of all, the price is ridiculous.
Oh my God, isn't it though?
And it's
crazy.
Yeah. But different techniques and stuff like that throughout the years. Now, but I don't eat sushi. I just not my bag. You know what I mean? I don't know how old it is and this and that, and just my luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't eat sashimi. because I don't know how.
Yeah, yeah,
First of all, raw fish. Sorry,
yeah. I'm from
it's
that.
like eating couch pizza. You know, you don't know how long that's been sitting there. But people do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would get sometimes people saying back, the shrimp's not cooked all the way through. Okay, whatever, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? And there were cases when we would have that. But I had one time I worked at this restaurant down right on the beach. Okay, fine dining, the whole bit, and they had a sushi bar. They rented out space to this Japanese guy, and I tell you what, people loved it. They would line up to get it. So I'm watching this one couple. Okay, eat sushi. Okay, because the waitress would get it for them, sit at the table, and then ordered shrimp and said the shrimp is raw, or the flounder that they were eating wasn't cooked all the way through. My Jersey accent. I said, "What the frig's wrong with you? You just got done eating raw tuna." You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And
yeah,
now you're telling me, this is not cooked all the way.
yeah.
It's crazy. It really is crazy.
Well, like I said, people have this right here, right?
Yeah,
And we all do. I do for certain things,
yeah, yeah,
but it just seems like for us, like I was saying, for us that step outside the box or think outside the box, we're almost shunned for it. You look at the
yeah.
guys who are kicking tail and they make like slotted things, it seems. Just my thoughts on it.
Mike, I got the same. I got the same issues with stuff that I'm saying. Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just yeah, whatever. Okay. And then you see somebody do. All of a sudden, you see them with 400 or 500 views on. Get the hell out of here! Really? You know,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's completely amazing. I got an argument with somebody about olive oil. Okay, you use too much oil. Oh, I do. Well, what do you use? Okay. Oh, canola
Yeah.
oil. I cook in it. Okay, canola. It's man made. Well,
Yeah.
so is olive oil. No, it's pressed. Number one.
Exactly.
Okay. I just go back and forth with it, and then the big thing that gets me is grass fed.
Okay.
Okay, everything's grass fed.
Yeah.
But to the end, then they go to a feedlot and they fatten them up, and then they okay. Grass fed is much smaller. Okay, I don't like the taste of it, and I ate a lot of it of grass fed meat. Then
You
the
don't like
price
the
went.
taste of it?
No, I don't. I don't. No,
Interesting.
no. Yeah, and then we went through the prices of it. So all these guys are saying you need grass fed butter. Wait
Oh,
a minute.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. Tell me how you get that grass fed butter. Number one. Okay. And then you look at the price, so $3.99 for a pound of butter, and then you got $7.99 for grass fed. Because somebody said it was grass fed.
Because it says grass fed, they're going to jack it.
Prove it to
It's a
me.
gimmick, Tom.
Exactly. And people fall for it. You just like the
Oh,
keto
yeah.
stuff, the keto box stuff and all that stuff. Tell everybody, stay out of that. Get out of that. If it comes in a box, I'm no part of it. The worst thing I do, Mike, is I use canned tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay, that's that's basically. I showed Mike. I don't have nothing else up there.
Yeah.
I might have a can of anchovies and stuff like that, but
Sardines. I love sardines.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
probably
make
like yours in oil, where I like mine in mustard.
I take my I make a cheese spadini. It was what it was. It was block of mozzarella. Okay, in the old days, you would square them. Okay, get a skewer, wooden skewer, put bread, Italian bread, squared, all the same size, or it didn't have to be. Bread, cheese, bread, cheese, bread, cheese, and you make it about that big. And you would put them together, but then you would put it in the freezer. Take it out, egg wash it,
Okay.
roll it in
Interesting.
flour, okay? Egg wash it again. Take it out of that, flour it, egg wash it one more time, and flour it one more time after that. So you get a thick crust on it. All right. Then you take them and you put them back into the freezer again. Then you would take them and put them into the deep fryer. Okay. And then you would make almost like a puttanesca sauce in Italian. It would be almost like a franchise type of sauce. Butter, garlic, okay, some shallots
Okay.
if you want it, anchovy.
Huh.
The anchovy in there, and they melt down and finish it with capers. And then after these things come out of the fryer, you would put them on the plate and then pour the sauce over top of it. Big seller in New York, big to do. Back in the day, they were like 15, 16 bucks because it was labor intense. You know what I mean? But that sauce was the kicker. And when you would say to people, would say it was called spadini alla romano with anchovy sauce. I don't eat anchovies. You're not going to see an anchovy anywhere because it's going to dissipate. You're just going to get the salt and the protein out of it. And
Gotcha.
excellent. So they would pull the skewer out before you came. It was all tacked together and crunch that down. Maron, it was fantastic. But I don't eat the bread no more. So I make little triangles out of a block of mozzarella, and I make that with egg, and I do it with pork rinds.
Okay.
But I make the sauce the same way because everything in that sauce is perfect for keto.
Gotcha.
And we'll have them. I mean, there was all different stuff back in the day, I would take a grater and grate the what do you call it? The green squash. Skin on, grate them down. We'll go all the way around, grate it all down, and you'd have strings, very thin strings. Take them, dust it in garlic. You would put powdered garlic in with the flour and parsley, and you would take them and just run them around through the pan like this, get them all that, drop them in the deep fryer, and take them right back out again. Squeeze a lemon over the top of that. Unbelievable.
Could you do the same with pork rinds, replacing the flour?
I'm trying to do it, but I have to actually get it to almost. I got to keep my one little blender broke, so I have to get another one. But I got to pulverize it so it comes out almost like powder.
Correct.
But what happens with pork rinds, because it's so oily, it clumps together.
Yeah.
So it's just that's the stuff I like doing. I mean, I'm going back in my old ass. I'm going back in my brain. I'm saying, well, maybe I can try this. Maybe. Maurice, go to sleep. It's 3:00 in the morning. What are you worried about YouTube for crying out loud? No. But it's that's it. It's in my blood. That music. So.
I find that that's funny that Marie says that. I find it used to be, I could put this on and this on and this on, and now I just experiment, and I say every Sunday I'm going to cook, and whatever I come up with, that's what I'm going to do. The rest of the week I don't worry about YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
I watch my friends. I make sure that I watch your live on Wednesday. I do my live, and I watch people like Rob and Lance and whoever else out there that puts a video in. Unfortunately, I'm watching it on my work laptop. All I can do is hit like.
I watch Rob and stuff like that on Newsbreak. Okay, him and what's his name, Cajun
Bones.
Yeah,
Bones hasn't been doing anything lately. He's had some health issues. I was talking to him the other day, and he's going through some health issues right now. But he's hoping that it'll be behind him soon.
But I go through their stuff, and because I can your stuff on there also. But all the other people at night, I'll watch a few things during the day, and I'll tag it that I'm going to watch it, rewatch it or whatever. But at night, what I do is, like when we get done with this, I'll go in, get 10 toes, put it on, and I'll just keep popping through other people, and stuff like that. I'll either leave a comment, definitely like it, okay? And then, but what I do is now the people who I don't hear from anymore, I take the bell off.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. I'll take the bell off, and because I'm close to maybe 1,100 people that I follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Chef had brought up a good point. He said I dumped a ton of them. He said because I don't hear from them. And the ones that or like a little sketchy or whatever like that, he says, I take the bell off and I don't want to deal with it. And he's right, because you don't know. Somebody could be hacking or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I'll do. Like I said before, Grumpus, when he would put stuff up, I would watch him. Your stuff I watch. I watch because we go back and forth.
Oh yeah.
And do that. But then when I'm watching stuff, and then my mind starts, oh, look at that.
Exactly.
Oh, I can do this.
Yep.
Marcel turned me on to cauliflower bread. Really?
Yeah. Who knew?
Okay. Yeah. So that's
As I say, there's rarely a day that you and I don't communicate.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And almost, like when you were sick, I'm like, oh my God, I haven't heard from Tom in like 5 days or so. I wonder if he's
Yeah.
okay. I remember sending you a text. I didn't hear back, and I'm like, oh God, come on.
Yeah.
God, I
I
hope
was
he's okay. Hope he's okay.
that
So
was
I'm
that was
asking
a
Mike and Lee, anybody hear from Tom? And everybody's like, no, I haven't heard from Tom. And then finally, I think I'm on a live, and you text me like, hey, I heard from Tom.
yeah. Lee got some good news too.
Yes,
Thank
he
God.
did.
Thank
That's
God he
the
got some good
best news.
news. Yep.
Yeah, those of you out there watching,
Yep.
Lee is the big C free.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
and
now,
still,
like I told him a while back, I said now is the time you really got to take care of yourself.
hmm
Okay, because you know what you went through to go back and whatever else you were doing, whatever. You if you got melanoma, don't go out in the sun unless you got some kind of shade on you. You know what I mean? I said
correct.
just don't be foolish. Like I know a lot of people that were before, and they're no longer with us because of I'm good. I know what I'm doing.
I had a close childhood friend that after we graduated from college, I lost track of and tried to find him a couple times. And I know talking to his wife, he tried to find me, but all of a sudden, this time last year, I found him, right? And it's an obituary. And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
and I just missed him. He passed away, just a month before I found him. And so I hit his wife up on Facebook, and we had a great conversation about, all the times that he'd hang out at my grandparents, and I'd come
yeah,
over, spend the summers there, and just had a great time. But you're right, same thing, melanoma.
yeah,
Jimmy Buffett, a rare form of melanoma.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. And the funny part about it is um, you hear about it and you say, well, whatever, and move on. Okay, that's what caught the attention with me with Lee. Okay, I could see that look in his eye that and I know that look. Okay, because I dealt with it prior to that, and I'm saying, good God Almighty, please, get a hold of yourself and don't be that the hell with it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. A good friend of mine told me, you know what your trouble is? You worry about too much stuff. Okay. Yeah, he's pushing daisies right now, also. And one of them, this and that. But Lee did the right thing,
yeah,
and
Lee
his
absolutely did.
and his family was behind him. That's a big thing.
Yeah, my stepdad found out this was 10, 12 years ago, that he had kidney cancer.
Ooh,
And they just found it in a routine blood test that something was off, and they looked around, found out he had kidney cancer. And they told him, come back in a year, let's do your blood work once a year, and we'll look. And my mom is a retired emergency room RN, and she's like, no, you're going in every 3 months, and you're getting your blood checked
right.
every 3 months. And the thing came back after about 2 years, right after. So he got his blood work every 3 months, like she told him to. And on his second year, so he got his blood work at 2 years, 3 months. It came back.
Yeah.
If he would have waited for that 1 year, that next year he wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And they caught it right as it was happening again on his other kid, because they removed his kidney on his other kidney, and they yanked it. And that was probably 7, 8 years ago, and he's been cancer free ever since, thank God. But
Yeah.
no.
They that's what the wake up call with me was the doctor I had was stern. Okay, you're a regular guy, straight shooter type of thing, the whole bit. And he looked at me and he said, "Mr. Garvey, I want you to go home and get your affairs in order." The hell does that mean?
Yeah, no
Okay,
kidding.
so that was the big wake up for me. All right, and then I dealt with that Mike for 12 years. Nobody ever told me I was cancer free until 2 years ago out here.
Incredible.
I went and seen the doctor. He said, "Nah," he said, "I don't see any signs of or anything going on with it." But he said, "Don't go, saying it's all right, everything's okay." He says it can pop up somewhere else or come back.
Yeah.
You know,
My
so,
parents had a friend lived next door, had the exact same thing. And he had his kidney removed. and he decided to go the 1 year route.
You telling
After
me
about
that?
3 years, he was caught it, but it was too late.
And then comes full circle. Okay, I know a lot of people who have problems and they're staying with what the doctor says. Or, hey, I'm going to take these pills, take them pills, and stuff like that. Then when I started investigating this keto, okay, this type of things, I'm looking at doctors that are saying, better not. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't take these pills. Don't do that. And I'm doing a little bit more research trying that because I want to know what the hell's going on. My
Sure.
bladder cancer came from smoking. Okay. In a smoky environment. Okay. Cooking.
Yep.
Okay. With canola oils and stuff like that, the vapors coming off there. So that was all in play. But
Yeah, you got like a
primarily it was from,
triple whammy.
yeah, so it was primarily from smoking. And I used to,
I'm glad I quit smoking. I mean, I do a vape.
yeah, I was up to 5 packs a day.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I
you
was
took,
never over a pack every 3 days or 2 days.
go into business. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, that's stress. Yeah, all
Yeah,
the
and it was
stress.
all stress related. Anyway, long story short was I started researching about, don't eat red meat, don't eat this, don't eat that, blah, blah, blah. This, you can't have this, can't have that. And my thinking was listen to these professionals that I'm listening to the other side of saying that you don't do that. And these guys are saying that is so full of crap. You can't believe it. You know what I mean? So, try this and try that. And then next thing you know, I started losing weight, started feeling better. And that was, like I said, 2 years ago. And that's exactly when I started doing the low carb, no sugar. And that, people say cancer feeds off of sugar.
Correct.
Fat seems to kill it. So, but I mean, I could be dead wrong there again. But like Bon Jovi says, it's my life.
Well, yeah. Except, but still, in the same sense, I think that I don't think that they really have 100% grasp of what sugar does to our body.
Yeah. There's a two, when if Terry was here, have his wife watch. It's called Fat. Okay, it's all these doctors got together, cardiologists, internists, cancer doctors, the whole bet got together and they put up this video about sugar and how wrong they were about fat and low fat diets, how it actually hurt people. And then
Correct.
there's fat too. Watch that. I mean, it's incredible. Incredible. You walk away from it saying, really?
Well, think about it. 1,000 years ago, what did we eat?
Me.
We ate meat. Yeah. We ate vegetables.
Yeah.
And we boiled everything. Everything was boiled. I mean, no, it's true. Up until about 50 years ago, everything was boiled.
My grandmother would boil everything. When I was a kid, I'd start crying.
Not
boiled
again,
ham,
Grandma.
boiled potatoes, and boiled spinach. Yeah.
That's how they did it. My grandma was the same way. She had this big yellow pot, and she'd put her roast in there. My grandpa loved roast,
Yeah.
Every other day, she'd have another roast in there, put it in the oven. Basically, she boiled it, pretty much.
And I like to go back to when I was younger. Okay, Sunday was a big deal in my house. Okay, and I try to carry that tradition on. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants a Sunday dinner. Make a Sunday. It don't have to be elaborate. This and that. Hey, I crack open a bottle of Chianti. Frank Sinatra goes on Sunday. I get in that kitchen. I start fooling around, whatever. Okay, that's my day. Everything gets out of my head. A couple of Chiantis, whatever I'm making. Me and my wife, we sit down. We have a nice dinner, chit chat. That's what makes a day.
Tom, it almost sounds perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean. The only thing not perfect is I'm not there drinking the Chianti with you. But no, other than that, it sounds absolutely amazing.
And we kid around. We get do stupid things here and there. And once in a while, we have our moments together. But
sure.
In the same token, that was a tradition in her house also.
Okay.
So everybody sits down Sunday dinner. Marie's Italian, so it would be pasta. Some kind of roast and this and that. And the funny story was, Mike, and what I like old traditions and stuff like that. She said her uncle used to take romaine lettuce, okay, and fold up the end, hold it on the end, it'd be about that long, and take his wine and pour it in on there. And that's how he would eat the lettuce, the romaine lettuce, and drink the wine at the same time. Sounds stupid as hell, okay?
It's
But
kind
that's
of
what he did.
ingenious if you think about it.
And then she said that when they get all done with that, then they would bring out either like walnuts or something, and he'd sit there and crack the walnuts, and he'd have his wine, then he'd have his espresso, afterwards, whatever. And just I'm saying, God, that these people work their asses off probably 6 days a week, and Sunday was the day to sit down, and everybody was around, the
Relax.
family. Okay.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's
Exactly. Go anywhere. People are like this.
I had a guy.
It's constant.
I almost hit a guy tonight because he walked across from a red light, walked across and it turned green. I didn't see him on the other side. I almost hit him. He was like this, walking across the street.
Yeah.
Really? Come on.
What is that important on your phone?
Right.
Seriously. What is that important? This is a tool, but I think that's my generation and your generation, right?
Yeah.
It's a tool to me. And it's that's it. But it's a communications tool, is it?
My
I don't
wife
have to
said
be on that damn thing constantly.
my wife said she's going to make a video when I'm not looking, me arguing with Google. And then what's the other one that on Prime? What was it? Alexa.
Oh, Alexa.
Alexa, play 70s on 7 on Sirius XM radio.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't find that. Listen to me, you rat bastard. She said it's a machine. What are you yelling at for?
But our Ring is connected to Alexa, and when somebody's at the door, it goes doo-doo, right? And our border collie picked up on that. Well, every once in a while, it'll just go doo-doo on its own. There'll be no one around.
Man,
there's no one at the door. It just does it, and she's like, right for the door. You dumb dog. There's nobody even there.
Yeah. That's I was thinking, we were talking the other night. I was thinking about your boys. Okay, that is so great.
Oh, I love my boys.
With Pop and stuff. I mean, we were talking today with Mike about when I was really bad shape, and the youngest guy Danny was 3. Okay, and he'd love to cook with Pop. That was his thing, and he would say, "Oh, it's so delicious." He didn't say delicious, but. Getting them involved with that whole thing now, and then they hit a certain age, and then you don't see them anymore, or they're busy, whatever, Yeah. But they knew at my house, when they came to my house, they were going to sit down and have dinner. The older guy Kevin, he'd say, "Pop, can we go watch TV?" Nope. Sit right there. You get everything, finish everything up, then you go do whatever you want to do. Yep. This is dinner time. This is family time.
My boys love to sit at the bar opposite from me, and this is where we sit down and have dinner, right? They got their 2 stools. They sit there. Sometimes the youngest one will remove the stool and he'll bring a chair over.
Yeah.
He'll drag a chair from inside, or we have one sitting on the side of the yard that I used to prop something on it, but he'll bring it out and stand and just eat. That's what they love to do. And if I'm out here, that's what they want to eat. Mm-hmm. Right here at the bar.
Tradition. You're starting a tradition. Yeah. Okay. And stuff that you all do, the whole bit. And that's basically what I'm out of five of us, there's only 2 of us left. And we don't talk to each other. And I think that's a sin.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? You can't cry over spilt milk. But I mean, but the whole idea is, and Marie, Marie's in the same boat. Mike, when we cook too much. Let me make 2. Let me make 3 ribs, because I used to get the baby back ribs in a pack of 3 at Costco. That's the way they sold it. You had 3 baby back ribs in the package. I would cook all of them, and then she would say to me, "What are we going to do with all these ribs? Put them in the refrigerator." Jesus, what are you worried about?
Yeah.
But we cook too much.
My problem is not cooking enough. So I'm to the point that I do I realized that with the boys that I wasn't cooking enough, and so now when I cook, it's always an estimate, right? You know that they love mac and cheese and they love certain
Mhm.
things, but how much are they going to want to eat this time?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. So what we like to do is make a big old thing of spaghetti, and then once they're done with theirs, you just put it into a bag, and then the next day, a little bit more. Put it back in the bag. Put it in. They want a little bit
Yeah.
more, you take it out and do it. But we have it almost always have this huge thing of spaghetti in the fridge.
I I got in. I not a argument or anything like that, but I got into a little bit of a debate with a woman, pretty boisterous, very overweight.
Okay,
Okay, type 2 diabetes, and some other problems. All right, so she's on keto. She's trying keto. She
good
said
for her.
it's so hard for me to do keto and then make a traditional dinner for my family and my young kids. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Yeah,
Why don't you make a keto dish for everybody? You're trying to get yourself back in shape again, but you're killing them with the junk food.
exactly. Yeah,
So make it
yeah,
a family deal. Not that they have to lose weight or anything like that, but start eating a little bit healthier, so they don't have to go on insulin and all this bull crap later on. Because right now,
yeah.
in the young years, they're eating junk that's going to wind up hurting them. In
Correct.
the long run. So
Yeah, we
I
don't.
don't know.
About the closest thing to junk that the boys will eat are pretzels
Hmm.
for a snack. But there is no fruit roll ups. There is no what did they used to that they used to get all the time? Uh, Rice Krispie treats. There is no Rice Krispie treats. None of that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody does what they want. That was just my thinking of it because I'm getting closer to the end than I am anywhere else. Okay, so
Yeah,
you look at people and their habits and stuff. We were in a store the other day, and I'm just watching. Everybody's out of shape. You know what I mean? Just and then you see the cart, bag basket piled up with all kinds of junk. And damn, they're killing themselves. But Mike, I don't preach that. I don't preach that. I think about it and saying, well, why would you want to just take you doing it, and why not your family, or somebody else
correct.
to go with it? Well, I can't. I
Make it a
can't keep.
challenge too.
Yeah, I can't keep up with it because it's this and that. So, and everybody says, oh, I
You want
can't do that keto because you can't do barbecue. Can't get the hell out of here. Are you crazy?
exactly.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah, and
crazy?
it's not about eating bacon all the time. No.
Exactly.
Well, I lost
Exactly.
50 pounds on keto several years ago, and I've kept most of it off because now I'm happy where I'm at. Right? I'm not pre-diabetic, nothing like that. I
Right.
could lose a little bit of weight, but I'm happy where I'm at. Um, it's portion control, and I don't eat sugars. I
That's
just
all.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have something that maybe has 15 carbs in it and one sugar at the most. I'm not a sugar. I'm not a sweet fan. Never have been. But you
Yeah.
look at the packaging and you see sugar, 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 sugar.
Or different
And
words for it.
yeah, exactly. It's amazing
Yeah.
how they hide that in there. And
Yeah. And
so
and
yeah,
it's all about this. I mean, because and
oh sure.
back then it was calories in, calories out. Furthest thing from
Hmm.
the truth. Okay, it's what you put here that attacks the rest of your system. And
Correct.
and and I'm telling you, Mike, I can be led astray like that. Okay, YouTube kept me going because there's other people that you know, well, this might work, and other people that kept me going with it. But I seen the results for myself.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Marie
Yeah,
had nothing. Marie had nothing wrong with her. Marie lost 57 pounds, I think, 59 pounds. I
that's
lost
amazing.
62.
Yeah.
And I go to the one point. My thing was, like I said, was about the medication. But the whole point of this is that once you get into a routine, you get in a routine to eat corn on the cob, you get in a routine to eat sugar cones and ice cream and all this stuff like that. That's your routine.
I'll pass.
Yeah. To reverse that, okay, when we get done eating today with Mike, I told Marie I'm done. That was at 1:30, 2 o'clock this afternoon. I won't have nothing the rest of the night until tomorrow. And just the way that the system works. But the
Yeah.
funny part about it is it's not a routine. It's not a strict way of doing things. Okay,
Mhm.
just cut back. You don't have to be. I'm 20 carbs. All right, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a little story, a little true story. I was 1 month in bed because I popped something in my leg. Okay, and the reason why I popped it was because I was starting to get. We get done playing Saturday night. Okay, we go to another little casino, and they had a restaurant that was open 24 hours. Get a burger, and I said, I ain't gonna pull that bun off. Yeah, give me the bun and the French
Mhm.
fries. The next day, I felt like crap. That it took like 4 or 5 days for me to get that out of my system. So now I started walking. Oh, this leg is killing me. Something's going on with this. Something's going on with this. And then I had ice cream. Then I had almost like going
Ooh,
back. Yeah, almost like going back. So this was self inflicted.
sure.
Okay, I stepped crooked, but I blame myself for doing what I did.
You
And the way
start
I'm
getting the
getting,
cravings again and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
that's
sugar's addictive,
yeah,
big time.
yeah,
It's
cocaine,
worse than
cigarettes,
crack.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But like I told Maria, I said the worst thing of all is uh, knowing what you did, okay, and saying, let me have that anyway.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's like playing Russian roulette, really is, especially for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in 3 years, you know, and not that I'm doing that, you know, just that like that 1 week that I did. That next weekend, I got up. I was getting up on stage, walking up on stage to go play. It was the last Saturday night, and I went to step and boop over, and that thing just
Mm.
you heard it go my knee like that.
Oh,
They had to carry me out, and there I
no way
was,
now, dude.
month in bed. The
Yeah.
funny thing was, you should have seen me, Marie, trying to get me from the car into my apartment. I mean, it was a joke. I actually
She's a
had
little
tears in my eyes.
tiny thing.
Yeah, I actually had
Marie's a
tired.
tiny thing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm 6 foot, and you know, and she's 4'11". You know,
Exactly.
it's
You gotta love Marie though. We love Marie. She's awesome.
it's
Tom,
amazing.
I gotta hit the. I'm tired tonight for some
I hear
reason.
you, brother.
Yeah,
Mike
it's a
wore me
quiet
out.
night. I bet. Well, you know what next week is? This time we're gonna start at 6, and we're gonna get our cook on. I think probably, start to cook maybe at 6:30 ish my time.
Yeah,
Gives
you
time people time to filter in.
yeah.
Maybe
Get
6:20. And
we
let her rip.
we we can go up and get the at least get everything set up, and then you guys can go about your thing there, and
Hmm.
we can go from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up before because I
Mhm.
want to see if I can make you an administrator. That way you can fiddle with
Okay,
angles and stuff like that. So, all
sounds goody.
right,
Mike,
brother.
thanks for having me up. Have a good
Of
weekend.
course, anytime. You too.
Bye
Everybody in the audience, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.
bye.
Thanks, Tom.